In today's episode, I visit Fort Paull, a real bunker used in World War II as a magazine, and the site also dates back to the reign of King Henry VIII. Over the past year or so, the fort has reopened and has been well received by the locals and from all walks of life from around the country. Fort Paull is a gun battery which is situated on the north bank of the Humber estuary near the village of Paull. Today, on May the 4th, 2025, a family event is occurring which commemorates VE Day, the formal surrender of Nazi Germany 80 years ago on May the 8th in 1945, with reenactments, arms and weapons demonstrations and displays from fanatics of this particular 1940s era. Today's event has really surprised me with how much reenactors certainly go all the way and put on their desired persona. Meet Stuart, an arms collector who has a passion for weaponry and World War II history. Wie geht es dir, Stuart?
Been into reenacting now for 20 years and get a lot of enjoyment out of it, especially teaching the youngsters about the weapons, the equipment, because it's something that should be remembered. Because every year on Memorial Day, Remembrance Sunday, you look towards the cenotaph and the veterans are getting less and less and less. And it's so sad that all the sacrifice will be forgotten about. We've got to keep it going. We've got to let people know what went on.
Your role, dressed as you are, what would it be in World War II?
A German Panzer Grenadier. We were the 304th Panzer Grenadier Regiment. Well, mostly in France, the Western Front and a little bit in Russia. We basically gave support for the tanks and tank hunters as well. We had quite a few items at our disposal for that, mainly being the Panzer Faust, meaning tank fist, and the Panzer Schreck tank terror, which was designed from captured bazookas in Africa from the Americans, and the Germans turned it round and made their own, and it was lethal. The first ones were more lethal to the crew, unfortunately. A lot of them had the faces burnt off, and it was just horrendous until they got it right. As the rocket left the tube, it was already away, and they'd got no side plate on. So they had them wearing gas masks and gloves.
Wow. Yeah.
And then later on, a shield was put on the side, so that did actually help out immensely.
So tell me about your displays and all your guns that you've got. Where do you get them from? How long have you been collecting?
Well, between the three of us, we've been collecting from the word go 20 years. Most of it comes out of Russia, which was captured material, so it's all genuine. As time's gone on and you buy certain weapons, you can see where they've been denazified, have the eagles taken out. But also, looking at this display we've got here, we've got a mixture of Italian and Russian and Finnish. The Finns, well, I think everybody did it, captured stuff and modified it for their own use. Further up, there's a semi-automatic rifle, the Russian one, the SVT, and the Germans captured it and brought out the 43, which apparently was not too brilliant, but and then they went along and made the STG-44, which everybody looks at and says, oh, that's a Kalashnikov. No, it's not. It's the Kalashnikov's granddad. It's like a Bren gun. Was a mishmash between England and Czechoslovakia. BR for Brno, where it was made in Czechoslovakia, and EN for Enfield, Bren. And that had a granddad that the Germans used a hell of a lot of, and that was a ZB. And if you look at them, there's not an awful lot of difference. Both immensely well made and brilliant to use. They were light, they were accurate, and it was just a good, a supporting weapon.
But you wouldn't want to be at the end of one, really?
No, it'd spoil your day in a rush.
Well, thank you, Stuart, for the interview.
No problem at all. Glad I could help you out.
After checking out one of the tunnels of the fort, I remembered, ever since I was a child, I used to get wound up that the fort is actually haunted. And these spirits push and touch visitors, and even throw things at them. So, I decided to hurry up with the shoot and hang out amongst the living in the sunshine of East Yorkshire. On my way back, I met a fundraiser supporting a great cause.
I'm from the Royal British Legion Industries, which is a charity for veterans. The specific part of the charity I support is Great Tommy Sleep Out, which is a fundraising drive in the month of March in support of the 6,000 to 7,000 homeless veterans that are currently in the UK. And the purpose of the challenge is to spend one night or as many nights as you want under the stars in the month of March. I started out by doing one night and stayed out 168 in a row. I liked it that much. I'm in my third year now, and I wanted to combine my hobby of reenacting with the charity fundraising work. So now myself and my group attend events up and down the country with a modern military display to raise money for homeless veterans.
And have you got a website?
So the website is www.rbli.co.uk. Our group itself doesn't have a website, but all the fundraising we do is for the RBLI, Tommy Sleep Out, and that's on Facebook, and that is FTG, Forces Together Group.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
If you would like to spend a night under the stars by a campfire, please follow Paul's link in the description box. After a good mooch about and checking out the shops and the stalls, another reenactor caught my eye due to her display of medical equipment.
I'm Shell, also known as Nurse Wingate. I portray wartime district nurse. Been doing this for just over 12 months. Collected all my display with it about 18 months' time. During World War II, district nurses were the Swiss Army knife of nursing. So they did toothbrush training in schools, they did gas mask training in schools, they were knit nurses, they worked with the Home Guard, the ARP wardens to teach them first aid. They also did gas mask training, delivering babies and midwifery. So they did everything.
I've just seen some what looks like some midwifery tools there. Are you able to show one of those?
Forceps, and they was loosened, inserted one at a time, and tightened to how big the baby's head was. And if baby wasn't coming out, a nice hard pull to assist.
Would it be used today?
Forceps are still used today. They're not as brutal looking. There is horror stories of over tightening and crushing baby's head and killing them. So they have been altered slightly, and they are still used.
And tell me about your Facebook, your website.
Yes, I've got a Facebook page, the Wartime District Nurse. I don't do this for money, it's just the love of it. My family all enjoy it, my children have got their own display. They portray evacuees, and then they've got all various toys from World War II and 30s, 40s, 50s.
And what got you into this?
My autistic son. Oh, okay. He met a group, Viva, Home Guard group, and he loved it. And he got involved, wanted to get involved. And I was stood in background doing nothing, and I asked, what can I do? I'm bored. And somebody said, have a look at district nurses. There was evacuee nurses. So I got my children dressed as evacuees, and it just seemed the part, becoming a district nurse, and built my display.
And you've loved it ever since?
Loved it ever since.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For more information about Michelle, her link can be found in the description box below. Well, it's been a fantastic event over at Fort Paull. I'm very surprised at how many love to reenact and dress up and buy all the gear and still have this passion for such an event that happened over the world. For more information about upcoming events at Fort Paull, please check the link below.